In ancient Greek art, the earliest depictions of Dionysus show him holding a staff topped with a pine cone. This peculiar symbol, known as the Thyrsus, is one of the most enigmatic in all of Greek mythology. Dionysus, the god of wine and fertility, is often portrayed as a mature, bearded deity in these early images. The Thyrsus is more than just a staff, it represents the dual nature of Dionysus himself. As we delve deeper into the mysteries surrounding this sacred symbol, we will uncover the fascinating story of how it became intertwined with one of the most intriguing figures in Greek mythology. The Thyrsus was not merely a symbol of Dionysus's power, but also a potent weapon in his arsenal. By the end of this journey, you will understand how the humble pine cone atop the Thyrsus came to symbolize both the divine and the deadly aspects of Dionysus. Prepare to be drawn into the enchanting world of ancient Greece, where myth and history intertwine in unexpected ways. Before we begin, a small request. Most of the people listening tonight aren't subscribed. If this channel has ever helped you drift off, take a moment to subscribe. It's free, it helps this channel more than you'd think, and you can always change your mind later. And if you feel like it, leave a comment telling me where in the world you're listening from and what time it is where you are. I love reading them. One more thing before we begin. I'm also a co-founder of a sleep app, built to be the most affordable one out there. No ads, ever. Just sounds and stories made to help you sleep. It may not be released yet as this video goes up, but if you're watching a little later, it might be out by now. Have a look in the description below. It works on iPhone, Android, and everything in between. Downloading it is the best way to support this channel. Did you know that the god Dionysus has been depicted in wildly different ways throughout history? His imagery evolution is fascinating. But in later depictions, the god is often shown as an effeminate, long-haired youth holding a staff topped with a pine cone. This shift in imagery is important for understanding his cult and the significance of the Thyrsus. The Thyrsus, a staff with ivy vines and pine cones, symbolizes both the sacred and the dangerous aspects of Dionysus's nature. But as a youth, he embodies the wild, unpredictable energy of the young, untamed spirit. This duality reflects the complex nature of Dionysus's cult, where structured theatrical performances coexisted with wild, ecstatic rituals. The Thyrsus, in its sacred context, is a symbol of this divine paradox, revered and feared in equal measure. In the hands of his worshippers, it becomes a deadly weapon, embodying the destructive force unleashed by Dionysus's followers. So, whether depicted as an adult or a youth, Dionysus and his Thyrsus remain potent symbols of the divine forces that shape our world. Semele, a mortal woman, bore Dionysus as the result of her union with Zeus, the king of the gods. While this might seem like a straightforward tale of divine parentage, it is far from ordinary. Zeus, being a god, could not appear to Semele in his true form. Instead, he came to her at night, unseen by human eyes but distinctly felt as a divine presence. This union led to the conception of Dionysus. Tragically, Semele's mortal nature proved to be her downfall. Hera, Zeus's jealous wife, tricked Semele into asking Zeus to reveal himself in his full, divine glory. The sight was too much for a mortal to bear, and Semele perished. With Semele gone, Zeus took the unborn Dionysus into his own body, carrying him in his thigh until he was ready to be born. This unique origin story marks Dionysus as both divine and reborn, setting him apart from other gods. This distinctive origin story establishes Dionysus in a unique place among the gods, embodying both chaos and liberation. His cult and the symbolism of the Thyrsus become rich with meaning in this context. In the Cult of Dionysus, ritual madness and ecstatic worship were not merely tolerated, but celebrated. The Maenads, in their frenzied dances and rituals, sought to connect with the divine essence of Dionysus. Their devotion was intense, often leading them to remote and wild places where they could freely express their ecstasy without societal constraints. This ritualized release was a central aspect of the cult's worship, offering followers a temporary escape from societal norms and expectations. One of the key symbols in these ecstatic rituals was the Thyrsus, a staff often topped with a pine cone or ivy wreath. This staff served as both a sacred symbol and a deadly weapon, embodying the dual nature of Dionysus himself, the god who brought joy and chaos in equal measure. In the hands of the Maenads, the Thyrsus became an extension of their frenzied state, used to strike down animals or even humans who dared interrupt their ecstatic dance. The power and significance of this ritual object underscore the complex role Dionysian worship played in ancient Greek society. And it is through these rituals and symbols that the dual nature of Dionysus, the god of both joyous festivity and unbridled chaos, comes into sharp focus. At the core of Dionysian worship lies an enigmatic symbol, the Thyrsus, a wand carried by the god's followers. This ancient ritual tool embodies the dual nature of its bearer, both sacred and deadly. The Thyrsus is not just an ordinary staff, it serves as a powerful emblem of Dionysus' divinity. Adorned with pine cones or ivy leaves, it represents the god's connection to nature and fertility. But delve deeper into its symbolism and you find a darker side. The Thyrsus is also a formidable weapon. In the hands of Dionysus' Maenads, it becomes an instrument of chaos and destruction. Imagine these ecstatic women, their senses heightened by wine and wild dance, wielding the Thyrsus as they rampage through the countryside. The once peaceful wand now serves as a tool of disruption and upheaval. This dual nature reflects Dionysus himself, both a god of joyous festivity and unbridled chaos. The Thyrsus, in its duality, encapsulates this complexity. It is not merely an accessory, but a potent symbol that embodies the very essence of Dionysian worship. To understand the Thyrsus fully, one must delve into its historical context, exploring how it has been used throughout the ages to invoke both divine blessings and chaotic frenzy. From ancient Greece to the modern interpretations of his cult, the Thyrsus persists as a poignant reminder of Dionysus' dual nature, a deity who offers both ecstasy and disorder. This ritual tool, embodying the very spirit of its god, serves as a bridge between the divine and the primal forces that Dionysus commands. And so, the Thyrsus stands not just as an artifact, but as a testament to the complexities of human belief and reverence. In the 3rd century BC, early Ptolemaic rulers introduced the cult of Dionysus to Egypt. These rulers recognized the profound significance of Dionysus' worship and sought to integrate it into their own cultural landscape. The cult continued to flourish, transcending political and geographical boundaries. In fact, its popularity persisted well into early Byzantine times, from the 4th to the 7th century. Its design, a pine cone atop a staff, served as both an emblem of divine connection and a weapon wielded in ecstatic rituals. This dual nature encapsulates the complexities of human belief and reverence. Its history is a tapestry woven with threads of worship, cultural exchange, and human curiosity. Understanding the Thyrsus' past is key to appreciating its significance today. From its earliest depictions, Dionysus has been shown holding a staff topped with a pine cone, an image that embodies life's most striking contrasts: ecstatic joy alongside terrifying madness, civilization against wilderness, and rigid control versus complete liberation. The god of wine and fertility, Dionysus, represents both the ordered planting of vineyards and the unbridled ecstasy of harvest celebrations. At the heart of these dualities lies the Thyrsus, a staff crowned with ivy or vine leaves and sometimes topped with a pine cone. This sacred symbol carries a dual nature, both a sacred emblem and a deadly weapon. In the hands of Dionysus' followers, the Thyrsus signifies divine presence and authority. But in battle or ritual frenzy, it becomes a formidable club, symbolizing both sacred and deadly aspects. The enduring appeal of Dionysian worship lies in its ability to reflect the complexities of human experience, where joy and madness, order and chaos intertwine. This duality is embodied in the Thyrsus, a symbol that has carried significance through the ages. This ancient symbol, often depicted as a pine cone-topped staff, holds layers of meaning that resonate even in contemporary thought. Studying Dionysian rituals like the Bacchic processions provides insights into the societal structures and beliefs of ancient Greece. These studies enrich our understanding of how Greeks balanced their civilized order with moments of wild release and abandon. Its continued relevance lies not only in its historical significance, but also in its enduring ability to reflect these human complexities. Scholars delve into how ancient Greeks used such symbols and rituals to navigate the extremes of their existence. Understanding these practices illuminates the ways in which ancient societies grappled with the chaotic and orderly aspects of life. The Thyrsus serves as a tangible link to these past explorations, making its ongoing study both intriguing and crucial. In conclusion, the relevance of the Thyrsus today lies in its ability to capture the enduring fascination with dualities that define human experience. The Thyrsus, a staff crowned with pine cones and ivy leaves, holds profound significance in Greek mythology. This ritual wand represents the complex duality at the heart of Dionysian worship. On one hand, it symbolizes sacred ecstasy and liberation, embodying the god's power to break societal constraints. On the other hand, it serves as a deadly weapon, a threat of chaos and destruction. This dual nature captures the core paradoxes within Greek mythology itself. The Thyrsus reflects the tension between order and chaos, civilized life and wilderness. Its very existence reminds us of the delicate balance required to maintain harmony within any society. In this sense, the Thyrsus serves as both a warning and an invitation, a call to embrace our dual nature. As we ponder its final thoughts, the Thyrsus leaves us with a sense of awe and wonder at this enigmatic symbol. As we delve into ancient Greek art, we find the Thyrsus prominently featured in various mediums. Pottery pieces from the 6th century BCE display Dionysian followers carrying Thyri in ritualistic dances. Friezes from the Parthenon show intricate scenes where Thyri are wielded during ecstatic celebrations. Mosaics from the Roman period illustrate Dionysian cult members holding Thyri during their rituals. The integration of the Thyrsus into Greek art and culture underscores its profound symbolism. Its duality, symbolizing both sacred rites and deadly power, is a testament to the complex nature of Dionysian worship. As we continue our exploration, let's consider how this sacred, deadly duality shaped the mythological landscape. These ancient rites were complex and multifaceted, involving initiation ceremonies, sacred dances, and grand processions that celebrated the dual nature of life and death. Initiation rites were a pivotal moment for new devotees. The Thyrsus played a central role, not merely as a prop, but as an agent of transformation. In these rituals, the Thyrsus was often used to conduct the initiate into a state of ecstasy or trance, where they could commune with the divine spirit of Dionysus. In these ecstatic performances, the Thyrsus would be shaken or beaten against the ground, creating a powerful rhythm that helped induce trance-like states among the participants. Wine offerings were integral to these rituals, and the Thyrsus often played a key role in the pouring of libations. It served as a sacred conduit through which the gods' blessings could flow into the world. These rituals were more than just symbolic acts. They held real power and meaning for those who participated. The Thyrsus, in all its duality, served as a bridge between the human world and the divine realm of Dionysus. Illuminating this practical and symbolic role of the Thyrsus sheds light on how ancient Greeks reconciled the sacred with the deadly, finding profound meaning in the ritual practices that honored their god of wine and ecstasy. Euripides, in his tragedies, often depicts the Thyrsus as an instrument of divine frenzy, wielded by the Maenads during their ecstatic rituals. The Iliad and Odyssey, epic poems attributed to Homer, also mention the Thyrsus in their narratives of ancient Greek heroes and gods. In these epics, the Thyrsus is depicted as a powerful symbol that can inspire both divine ecstasy and deadly violence among its bearers. Through the poetic lens, we see the Thyrsus as a vivid representation of Dionysus's influence, capable of inciting both divine inspiration and destructive frenzy. The Thyrsus' prominence in Greek literature highlights its importance as a symbol that bridges the divine and human realms, embodying the essence of Dionysian ecstasy and chaos. In conclusion, the Thyrsus in literature and poetry serves as a potent symbol of Dionysus' dual nature, illuminating how ancient Greeks found profound meaning in their complex rituals of worship. When delving into the history of the Thyrsus, one cannot overlook its prominence as a weapon in Greek mythology and warfare. Historical accounts detail the Thyrsus being used as a deadly weapon in ancient battles and conflicts. Comparisons with other ancient weapons reveal its unique design, often adorned with ivy leaves or a pine cone at the tip. In this context, the Thyrsus serves as a powerful emblem of Dionysus' duality, a testament to both his divine status and his association with martial prowess. Understanding its historical use in warfare and defense provides insight into the broader significance of this sacred symbol. This duality reinforces the notion that the Thyrsus is more than just a ritual object. It embodies the essence of Dionysus' complex nature. As we continue to unravel the mysteries surrounding this ancient artifact, its multifaceted role in Greek mythology and history becomes increasingly apparent. In the realm of ancient Greek theatre, the Thyrsus took on a new role as a prop in both tragedies and comedies. Its use in dramatic performances is particularly noteworthy for its impact on character development and storytelling. In tragedies, the Thyrsus might signify the uncontrollable forces that lead to a character's downfall. A protagonist holding this sacred yet dangerous object could foreshadow their descent into madness or their ultimate demise. Conversely, in comedies, the Thyrsus might symbolize the joyous release from societal constraints that Dionysian ecstasy represents. Characters wielding it could find temporary respite from their troubles through laughter and celebration. The Thyrsus contributed to character development by embodying the dual nature of life's extremes, allowing actors to portray complex emotions that resonated deeply with audiences. Its impact on storytelling was profound, as the Thyrsus propelled plots forward by serving as a catalyst for transformation or resolution. Its presence could signal a turning point in the narrative, where characters confront their fate or embrace liberation. This dual nature of the Thyrsus showcases another practical use beyond its ritualistic and warlike roles. It served as a powerful tool in dramatic performances, enriching both tragedies and comedies with layers of symbolism and emotion. Philosophers like Plato saw the Thyrsus as a potent metaphor for the human psyche, with its dual nature representing the struggle between reason and passion. In his dialogue, Phaedrus, Socrates uses the Thyrsus to illustrate how the soul can be tamed and guided by philosophical inquiry. This duality is also reflected in the one's physical form, ivy, a symbol of growth and life, wrapped around the pine cone, which can be both nourishing and potentially dangerous. This interplay mirrors the philosophical quest to balance the divine spirit with our earthly desires. Greek thinkers often employed the Thyrsus to explore transformation and duality, echoing Dionysian themes of rebirth and change. The wand serves as a visual reminder that growth and renewal are inextricably linked with chaos and destruction. In this light, the Thyrsus becomes more than just an artifact of ancient rituals. It's a profound symbol of human complexity and potential. As we continue to unravel its significance, we see how its metaphorical power has endured across centuries. This understanding deepens our appreciation of the Thyrsus as both a cultural and intellectual symbol, one that captures the essence of the human experience. As we journey further into the layers of Greek mythology, we'll see how such symbols continue to resonate with us today. The Thyrsus in Roman hands becomes a tool of transformation, a wand that can induce both divine ecstasy and terrifying madness. In the Bacchanalia, secretive rituals held in honor of Bacchus, initiates carried Thyrsi that were adorned with ivy and vine leaves. These rites were meant to channel the power of Dionysus, but they could also unleash a chaotic frenzy that Roman authorities found threatening. Literature from the period recounts tales of Bacchic worshippers running wild through the streets, their Thyrsi leading them in a state of frenzied abandon. This adaptation underscores how symbols can shift across cultures, retaining their core essence while taking on new layers of meaning. And as we delve deeper into the adaptations of Greek mythology, we see that this duality, the sacred and the deadly, continues to resonate with us today. For even as cultures change and evolve, the power of such symbols endures. And so, the Thyrsus stands as a testament to the enduring relevance of ancient mythology in our modern world. As we continue on this journey, we'll explore how other symbols from Greek mythology have been adapted and reinterpreted across different cultures and time periods. In Freud's theory of the unconscious mind, the Thyrsus can be seen as a manifestation of repressed desires and impulses. Dionysus, known for his wild festivities and ecstatic rituals, embodies the id, the primitive part of our psyche that seeks immediate gratification. The Thyrsus serves as a reminder of our intrinsic need for collective rituals and rites of passage, which Jung believed are crucial for mental well-being. These rituals help us navigate the complexities of life by connecting us to something larger than ourselves. In both Freud and Jung's interpretations, the Thyrsus deepens our understanding of ancient symbols rooted in culture and mythology. It underscores the multifaceted nature of human desires and the need for collective experiences to balance out our individual primal urges. As we journey through Greek mythology, this duality of the Thyrsus serves as a powerful reminder of the complexity of our own psyche and the importance of communal rituals in maintaining balance within ourselves and society. During festivals like Anthesteria and the Great Dionysia, the Thyrsus takes center stage as a symbol of celebration and joy. In these celebrations, the Thyrsus serves as more than just a decorative item. It is an extension of Dionysus's divine power, imbued with his ecstatic and chaotic energies. The Great Dionysia, one of the most significant festivals in ancient Athens, features theatrical performances inspired by Dionysus's ecstatic nature. Here, the Thyrsus is used to bless and sanctify these theatrical events, linking them back to their divine origins and imbuing them with sacred significance. While it brings joy and celebration, the Thyrsus can also inflict chaos and disruption, mirroring Dionysus's own duality as both liberator and disruptor of societal norms. This balance between celebration and chaos reflects the intricate tapestry of human experience that Dionysus embodies. In these festivals, the Thyrsus is not just an object, but a living symbol that embodies the spirit of Dionysus, both the ecstatic joy and the terrifying madness he represents. In Etruscan mythology, the Thyrsus came to represent more than just Dionysian ecstasy. It was also a symbol of the cyclical nature of life and death. This interpretation underscores the broader significance of the Thyrsus as a transcendent symbol that carries meaning beyond its original context. The Etruscans' unique interpretation of the Thyrsus demonstrates how this ancient ritual object transcended Greek culture, maintaining its dual nature even as it was assimilated into other mythologies. This adaptation shows the enduring power of symbols to carry meaning across cultures and time, embodying both the ecstatic joy and terrifying madness that Dionysus represents. As we explore further, it becomes clear how the Thyrsus continues to capture our imagination, illustrating the complexity and richness of ancient mythologies. In the realm of alchemy, the Thyrsus came to represent the process of transformation and inner growth, much like the metaphorical journey from base metal to gold. This transformation is not merely physical, but also spiritual, echoing Dionysus's role as a god of ecstasy and ritual madness. The alchemical process often mirrored the stages of enlightenment, where the practitioner seeks to purify and elevate their consciousness. Much like the Maenads who abandon societal constraints in their ecstatic dance, the alchemist aims to transcend mundane reality. In this pursuit, the Thyrsus becomes a potent tool for inner transformation, guiding the alchemist through trials and tribulations. Yet, the enduring significance of the Thyrsus lies in its ability to illustrate the complex and rich tapestry of ancient mythologies and their continued relevance in our pursuit of spiritual growth. In contemporary art, the Thyrsus often appears in works that explore themes of transformation, fertility, and the duality of human nature. For instance, the renowned artist Fatmata often incorporates symbols of Dionysus, including the Thyrsus, into her pieces. Her works delve into the complex interplay between chaos and order, reflecting the enduring relevance of Dionysian mythology in our pursuit of spiritual growth. In film, the Thyrsus has been depicted as a powerful and enigmatic object that holds significant meaning for characters grappling with their own dual natures. Take, for example, the character of Dionysus in the 1964 film The Frenzy of Excess. In this work, the Thyrsus serves as a potent symbol of the god's ability to induce both divine ecstasy and destructive chaos. Literature also draws on the Thyrsus as a metaphor for the dualities within human experience. In Dionysus in 69, a modern reimagining of Euripides' classic play, the Thyrsus is used to represent the struggle between repression and liberation. Moreover, modern artists often subvert the traditional meanings of the Thyrsus to explore new aspects of human experience. For instance, in the novel The Wine-Dark Sea, the Thyrsus is reimagined as a symbol of resilience and adaptation in the face of adversity. This adaptability highlights how the Thyrsus's significance transcends its original context, reflecting the rich tapestry of human experience. As we delve deeper into these modern interpretations, it becomes clear that the Thyrsus's dual nature continues to resonate deeply with artists and audiences alike. From its roots in ancient mythology to its enduring presence in modern culture, the Thyrsus serves as a timeless reminder of the complexities and dualities within our own natures. By exploring its various depictions in art, film, literature, and popular culture, we can appreciate the enduring relevance of this ancient symbol and the stories it continues to inspire. The Thyrsus is often depicted as a wand or staff topped with a pine cone or fennel stalk, symbolizing the divine and the wilderness. One of the most notable myths involving the Thyrsus is the tale of Pentheus, king of Thebes. In this story, Dionysus appears to Pentheus in disguise and convinces him to arrest his mother Agave and aunts Ortanoa and Ino for their participation in the worship of Dionysus. When Pentheus arrives at Mount Cithæron to free his mother and aunts, he finds them in a state of divine ecstasy, holding the Thyrsus. Believing them to be captive animals, Pentheus attempts to restrain them, only to be mistakenly killed by Agave, who believes she is attacking a mountain lion. Another significant story features Lycurgus, king of the Edonians. Lycurgus refuses to acknowledge Dionysus as a god and drives his followers from the city. Enraged by this act, Dionysus appears before Lycurgus in a divine manifestation. In his divine form, Dionysus holds the Thyrsus and strikes Lycurgus with it, causing him to go temporarily blind and drive his own horses into the sea. This act serves as a powerful demonstration of Dionysus's authority over mortal rulers. In these myths, we see how the Thyrsus facilitates not only divine intervention, but also human transformation. Those who encounter it are changed, either through ecstasy or punishment. The Thyrsus is more than a symbol. It is an agent of both divine power and human experience, embodying the dual nature of Dionysian worship, ecstatic joy alongside terrifying madness. During these initiation rites, the Thyrsus is not merely a decorative prop, but a key component of the mystic experience. It is used to guide the initiates through their spiritual journey, symbolizing their connection to the divine and marking their progression towards enlightenment. One of the most notable aspects of these rites is the use of the Thyrsus in ecstatic dances and rituals designed to induce a state of religious frenzy. This ritualistic frenzy, known as enthusiasmos, was believed to bring about a spiritual union with Dionysus himself. The duality of the Thyrsus reflects the deeper spiritual and transformative aspects of Dionysian worship. It signifies not only joyous celebration, but also the raw, primal forces that underlie human existence. In these rituals, initiates are guided by the sacred energy of the Thyrsus towards a deeper understanding of themselves and their place in the divine order. Ultimately, the Thyrsus serves as a potent symbol of the transformative power of Dionysian worship, embodying both the ecstatic joy and terrifying madness that light the heart of this ancient religious tradition. Through its use in initiation rites, the Thyrsus illuminates the deeper spiritual and transformative aspects of Dionysian worship, offering a profound glimpse into the ancient Greek understanding of the divine. The Thyrsus, a ritual staff often depicted in Greek pottery and artifacts, is not merely an ornament, but a symbol deeply interwoven with the spiritual practices of ancient Greece. Its prominence in initiation ceremonies underscores its importance, with participants brandishing the Thyrsus as they danced and sang in states of religious ecstasy. This wasn't just a symbol, it embodied their spiritual connection to Dionysus. Its appearance on these artifacts provides a fascinating glimpse into how deeply ingrained the Thyrsus was in ancient Greek culture and spirituality. It wasn't just a religious symbol, but a tangible link to the divine. As you gaze at these artifacts, you begin to understand the profound duality of the Thyrsus, a sacred symbol that could also serve as a weapon in ritual dances and processions. This dual nature reflects the complex essence of Dionysus himself, who embodies both chaos and liberation. The Thyrsus thus encapsulates the rich tapestry of ancient Greek spirituality and its transformative power. But delve deeper, and you'll find that the Thyrsus has long captured the imagination of philosophers. It is not merely a sacred symbol, but also a rich metaphor for the complexities of human nature. In ancient Greece, philosophers like Plato and Aristotle debated its significance. Plato saw the Thyrsus as a symbol of the duality of human nature, the tension between our rational and irrational selves. He believed that the one's ability to inspire both ecstasy and violence reflected this inner conflict. Aristotle, on the other hand, viewed it as a metaphor for the balance between chaos and order. For him, the Thyrsus embodied the idea that civilizations thrive when they maintain a delicate equilibrium between wilderness and structure. These philosophical interpretations showcase how the dual nature of the Thyrsus was explored in intellectual discourse. In doing so, they illuminated the complexities of human existence and the forces that shape our societies. The Thyrsus thus becomes a lens through which to understand the enduring questions of life and order. And in its quiet symbolism, it reflects the profound wisdom that lies at the heart of ancient Greek philosophy. In the stillness of the night, as followers of Dionysus carry their Thyrsi, we're reminded of the eternal dance between chaos and order. And in that moment of quiet reflection, we find a sense of balance and understanding that transcends the ages. To appreciate the breadth of its significance, one need only examine its depictions on ancient Greek coins. The Thyrsus often appears alongside other symbols such as grapes or ivy. These pairings are not coincidental, but rather hold deep cultural meaning. Grapes and ivy are both sacred to Dionysus, the god of wine, winemaking, and religious ecstasy. The presence of these symbols, alongside the Thyrsus, underscores its connection to Dionysus's domain. Moreover, the Thyrsus was not only a religious symbol, but also a symbol of economic power and political influence. Its depiction on coins highlights its role as a symbol of commerce and political might. In this way, the Thyrsus embodies both the sacred and the worldly, illustrating how religion, economy, and politics were deeply intertwined in ancient Greece. But its true significance lies in the secret rituals and teachings of the Orphic cult, where it plays a crucial role. The Orphics were a mystical sect that believed in the reincarnation of souls and the purification of the spirit through initiation rites. The Orphics believed that the Thyrsus, with its pine cone top, represented the cosmic egg from which all life emerged. This connection to rebirth made it a potent symbol in their teachings on reincarnation and spiritual purification. The use of the Thyrsus in Orphic rituals was not merely symbolic, but also practical, designed to evoke powerful emotional and spiritual responses. The sight of this ritual object was meant to stir the soul towards a state of devotion and readiness for rebirth. This dual nature, sacred yet deadly, reflects the Orphic belief in the cyclical nature of life and death. Just as Dionysus was reborn from Zeus's thigh, so too must the soul undergo a process of purification and rebirth. The Thyrsus, in its mystical context, serves as a bridge between these worlds, a symbol of both the divine promise of renewal and the mortal struggle for spiritual transcendence. This ritual staff, often adorned with a pine cone or ivy leaves, is more than just a symbol of Dionysus. It serves as a potent tool in magical practices and divination rituals, where it is believed to hold the power of Dionysus himself. The Thyrsus is often employed in spells involving the summoning of spirits and the prediction of future events. One notable use of the Thyrsus is in divination rituals that aim to reveal hidden knowledge and secrets. In these ceremonies, the Thyrsus is believed to channel the divine inspiration of Dionysus, guiding practitioners through trance-like states. For beyond its sacred symbolism and deadly prowess, the Thyrsus embodies a deep spiritual resonance that has echoed through generations. Its role in magical practices and divination rituals further enriches our understanding of the complex tapestry of ancient Greek beliefs. In ancient Greek mythology, the Thyrsus carries profound significance as a dual-natured symbol. It represents both the sacred and the deadly, encapsulating the complex tapestry of beliefs in classical antiquity. In Fragment 17, Sappho writes, "They have come, bringing garlands of roses and golden choruses. Their Thyrsus is crowned with a woven garland." This line not only describes the visual spectacle of Dionysian rituals, but also hints at the sensory overload experienced by participants. The garlands, the music, and the Thyrsus all combine to create an immersive and overwhelming experience. In Orphic hymns, the Thyrsus is invoked not merely as an object, but as a conduit for spiritual transformation. These ancient texts describe the Thyrsus as a means to channel the divine energies of Dionysus into the mortal realm. The Orphic hymn to Dionysus provides an example of this duality. "Thou who dost wield the Thyrsus, a wand of power and sacred initiation," it reads. Here, the Thyrsus is not just a staff, but a symbol imbued with mystical significance. In another hymn, The Mysteries of Dionysus, the Thyrsus is described as a tool that can both bestow blessings and invoke divine fury. This reflects the dual nature of Dionysus himself, who is seen as both a bringer of joyous ecstasy and a source of terrifying chaos. These hymns reveal how the Thyrsus served not just as a symbol but as an active participant in the rituals. It was used to mark the initiates, to ward off evil spirits, and to invoke divine presence during the sacred ceremonies. Through these hymns, we gain insight into how ancient Greeks understood and revered the Thyrsus. It was more than an ornamental staff. It was a living symbol of their deepest spiritual aspirations and fears. In this context, the Thyrsus becomes a window into the ancient world's view of divinity and humanity's place in it. It is at once a symbol of initiation, transformation, and the mysterious power that lies beyond human control. In the annals of Greek mythology, few symbols are as multifaceted and intriguing as the Thyrsus. This ritual wand, often depicted as a staff topped with a pine cone, is not merely an object, but a powerful symbol that bridges divinity with humanity. In Homer's epics, the Iliad and the Odyssey, the Thyrsus plays a significant role in invoking divine aid and representing heroic connections to Dionysian power. The Iliad, the tale of the Trojan War, features several mentions of the Thyrsus. Characters wield it to seek divine intervention in the heat of battle. The Odyssey, which chronicles Odysseus' journey home from Troy, also highlights the Thyrsus as a symbol of heroism and resilience. Odysseus himself uses the Thyrsus to appeal for divine aid during his arduous voyage. Its presence in these epics underscores its role as a conduit between humanity and the divine realm. It serves as both a symbol of divine connection and a representation of the hero's resilience in the face of adversity. In the realms of ancient Greek drama, where myth and theatre intertwine, the Thyrsus emerges as a potent symbol wielded by both heroes and choruses. This staff topped with a pine cone, an emblem of Dionysus, serves as both a sacred object and a tool of chaos. Consider Aeschylus's The Bacchae, a play that delves into the frenzy of Dionysiac worship. In this drama, the Thyrsus becomes an instrument of divine intervention and ecstasy. As the chorus of Maenads dance wildly under the god's influence, their Thyrsi become more than mere props, they are extensions of Dionysus himself. Sophocles' Oedipus at Colonus, on the other hand, presents a different side of the Thyrsus. Here, it is wielded by the blind prophet Tiresias. This prophet's Thyrsus symbolizes his ability to see beyond the veil of mortal sight, offering a glimpse into the divine realm. Euripides' The Bacchae, too, uses the Thyrsus to evoke the dual nature of Dionysus, his ability to bring both order and chaos. In this play, the Thyrsus represents not just Dionysiac frenzy, but also the god's power to restore balance and order after a period of chaos. These dramatic uses highlight the Thyrsus as a versatile symbol, capable of conveying both sacred veneration and chaotic disruption. Consider the centaurs, legendary creatures with the body of a horse and the torso of a man. These hybrids embody both divine wisdom and mortal passion, mirroring the duality of the Thyrsus in their very existence. Centaurs were said to have been born from Ixion, a king punished by Zeus for attempting to seduce Hera. Their mother, Nephele, was created from a cloud, further emphasizing their divine and earthly nature. Likewise, chimeras, mythical beasts composed of parts from different animals, exemplify the hybrid spirit that is so prevalent in Greek mythology. These creatures often combine elements from various divine and earthly creatures, much like how the Thyrsus combines sacred symbolism with deadly might. These mythical creatures, much like the Thyrsus, exist in a liminal space between divinity and mortality. Their dual nature not only reflects the intertwining of divine and human realms, but also underscores the complexities and tensions that arise from such interactions. The Thyrsus, as a symbol, serves to unify these themes of hybridity within the broader narrative of Greek mythology. It is not just an emblem of Dionysus, but also a reflection of the intricate web of relationships between gods and mortals. In this sense, the Thyrsus can be seen as a microcosm of the entire Greek mythological tradition, a tradition that celebrates and struggles with the complexities of existence. As we continue our exploration, we find that every aspect of these myths is interwoven in an intricate dance of duality and hybridity. Perhaps the most profound aspect of the Thyrsus lies in its ability to bridge the gap between the sacred and the mundane, between order and chaos. In a world where gods can be both divine and fallible, where mythical creatures are both wise and wild, the Thyrsus serves as a potent reminder that reality is often more complex than it appears at first glance. As we settle into this understanding, we see how the dual nature of the Thyrsus not only mirrors but also enriches the broader themes of hybridity in Greek mythology. It is a symbol that invites us to question our perceptions and embrace the intricacies of existence. As the Thyrsus was passed down through generations, it began to carry with it a transformative power that echoed its divine creator's own mystique. This simple staff, tipped with pine cones and ivy, came to embody both life-giving fertility and deadly wrath. Let's explore the myths where this dual nature of the Thyrsus manifests itself through extraordinary transformations. Consider the story of Lycurgus, king of Nemea. In a fit of arrogance, he challenged Dionysus' divinity and in retaliation was struck by the Thyrsus. This divine punishment transformed him into a wolf, reflecting the wild, untamed essence of Dionysus' power. But it wasn't just kings who felt the Thyrsus' transformative touch. In the myth of Pentheus, a young man who dared to question Dionysus' divinity was dismembered by Maenads wielding Thyrsi. Their frenzied dance and the staffs they held represented not only ecstatic release, but also the severe consequences of challenging divine authority. These myths underscore the Thyrsus' role as more than a mere symbol. It becomes an active agent of transformation. It metamorphoses those who encounter it, reflecting Dionysus' dual nature as both nurturer and destroyer. In many ways, the Thyrsus mirrors Dionysus' own journey from a mortal to an immortal deity. It is born of nature and imbued with divine power, capable of both bestowing life and meting our punishment. This duality is what makes the Thyrsus such a potent symbol in Greek mythology. It invites us to consider the complexities of existence, where fertility and destruction, life and death, are two sides of the same coin. When we see the Thyrsus in ancient art or hear its tale in mythology, we are reminded of this deeper truth, that change and transformation are not merely events but fundamental aspects of our world. The Thyrsus, therefore, is more than a staff. It is a symbol that challenges us to embrace the intricacies of existence and question our perceptions. In this way, the Thyrsus stands as a testament to the transformative power that lies at the heart of Greek mythology. And so, we are left with an enduring image, the Thyrsus, a simple staff that embodies both the creative and destructive forces of nature. For in the end, it is through these transformations that we come to understand the deeper truths of our world and the divine forces that shape it. In the monadic dances, women, known as monads, would dance frenziedly, shaking their Thyrsi in wild abandon. These rituals were meant to induce a trance-like state where they could commune with the divine. Hallucinogens such as wine and other psychoactive substances were often consumed during these rites. The intoxicating effects of these substances aided in reaching states of altered consciousness. The Thyrsus thus served as both a sacred object and a tool for inducing ecstatic states. Its dual nature embodies the paradoxical essence of Dionysian worship, chaos within order, liberation amidst structure. By participating in these rites, the ancient Greeks believed they could temporarily escape societal constraints and experience a form of spiritual release. The Thyrsus, therefore, was not merely a symbol, but an active participant in the ritual process, facilitating entry into these altered states. This staff, often topped with a pine cone or fennel stalk, was intimately tied to the cycles of nature and fertility. In the agrarian rites of Dionysus, the Thyrsus symbolized the sacred union between humanity and the fertile land. The staff's connection to vine cultivation was particularly significant. Vines were seen as symbols of growth and abundance, echoing the fecundity that Dionysus embodied. These festivals marked the transition from winter to spring, celebrating the renewal of life and the bounty of the coming harvest. But beyond the ecstatic festivals and joyous celebrations, there lies another realm where Dionysus's influence is profoundly felt, the sacred practice of divination. In ancient Greece, oracular rituals were pivotal in connecting mortals to the divine, and the Thyrsus played a crucial role in these mystical communications. At the heart of these practices was the Oracle of Delphi, one of the most revered sanctuaries in ancient Greece. Here, the high priestess, or Pythia, would enter a trance-like state to convey messages from the god Apollo. The Thyrsus was more than just a symbol. It was believed to have the ability to amplify the spiritual energy of the high priestess, allowing her to reach beyond the mundane world and into the realm of the gods. As the Pythia inhaled the intoxicating fumes from the sacred laurel tree, the Thyrsus would be placed in her hand, a physical conduit through which divine wisdom could flow. This ritual, steeped in ancient tradition and shrouded in mystery, was seen as a direct link between the mortal world and the divine realm. In other sacred sites dedicated to Dionysus, such as Nemea and Dodona, the Thyrsus was similarly employed during oracular practices. Here too, the staff was not merely a decorative element, but a potent tool that facilitated spiritual communication and prophecy. Beyond the exuberant festivals, the Thyrsus's power to bridge the gap between mortals and divinity is profoundly evident. Its presence in oracular rituals serves as a testament to its enduring spiritual importance, transcending the boundaries of mere ritual worship. Ivy, with its evergreen leaves that cling to surfaces, represents the eternal nature of life and fertility. In Dionysian rituals, ivy is woven into garlands and used as decorative elements on the Thyrsus. This plant symbolizes not only the enduring cycle of life, but also the ecstatic liberation that Dionysus embodies. Figs, on the other hand, are associated with both abundance and fertility. In ancient Greece, fig trees were often seen as sacred, representing the bounty of nature and the blessings bestowed by Dionysus. The inclusion of fig leaves in the Thyrsus signifies the richness and vitality that Dionysus brings to the world. These sacred plants are more than mere ornaments on the Thyrsus. They encapsulate the essence of Dionysian worship, a celebration of life's cycles and nature's abundance. They serve as visual reminders of the gods' duality, embodying both the serene beauty of fertility and the wild, untamed power of ecstasy. In the context of Dionysian cults, these plants become potent symbols that transcend their physical forms. They are imbued with spiritual significance and serve as conduits through which the god's power is channeled. The presence of these sacred plants on the Thyrsus underscores its role as both a symbol of worship and a tool for invoking divine powers. They are not just decorative elements, but integral components that elevate the wand's spiritual significance. These sacred plants highlight the intricate balance between the divine and the earthly realms in Greek mythology, a balance that Dionysus uniquely embodies. Their integration into the Thyrsus serves as a visual representation of this harmony, reminding worshippers of the god's dual role as both nurturer and wild force. In these clandestine rituals, the Thyrsus served as more than just a symbol of divine power. It was believed to possess transformative properties that could guide initiates through their spiritual journey. The Eleusinian mysteries, which celebrated the goddess Demeter and her daughter Persephone, were known for their initiation rites that promised participants a deeper understanding of life and death. Participants in these mysteries were often led through darkened chambers, where the Thyrsus was used as both a navigational tool and a symbol of spiritual guidance. The winding path in these rituals was meant to mimic the journey of Persephone into the underworld, with each step signifying a transformation towards enlightenment. The transformative power of the Thyrsus extends beyond its use in initiation rites. In Greek mythology, it is said that Dionysus himself used the Thyrsus to perform miracles and bring life where there was none. Legends speak of Dionysus using the Thyrsus to turn water into wine, symbolizing his ability to bring joy and ecstasy out of mundane elements. This mythical feat highlights the dual nature of the Thyrsus. It brings life and abundance, but it can also be a weapon in the hands of one who knows its secrets. In the context of initiation rites, the Thyrsus represents not just divine authority, but also the potential for personal transformation and enlightenment. It reminds initiates that the path to spiritual awakening can be both a sacred journey and a challenging test of one's resolve. Its dual role as a symbol of divine grace and a weapon of transformation offers a compelling insight into the complex nature of spiritual journeys. One such story involves Lycurgus, the king of Nemea, who once dared to challenge Dionysus' divinity. In a fit of arrogance or drunken fury, Lycurgus attempts to strike down the god with his own Thyrsus. But Dionysus, undeterred and enraged by this affront, strikes back with his sacred staff. Lycurgus is struck blind and driven mad by the encounter. His transformation from a proud king to a deluded wanderer serves as a stark reminder of the dual nature of the Thyrsus, a symbol of divine grace that can also inflict chaos and madness. In another tale, Pentheus, the king of Thebes, defies Dionysus by refusing to acknowledge his power over ecstatic worship. For this transgression, Pentheus is driven into a frenzy and ultimately metamorphoses into a wild animal, losing all semblance of his human self. In addition to humans, the Thyrsus is also associated with the metamorphosis of plants like ivy. The staff's power to transform and bring forth new life is not confined to mythical figures, but extends to the natural world as well. Its role in mythical transformations underscores the complex interplay between divine grace and human fallibility. In Plato's The Symposium, the Thyrsus is portrayed as a symbol of divine madness, representing the ecstatic state that poets and mystics enter into when inspired by divine forces. The allegory suggests that true artistic or spiritual insight comes not from mere human wisdom, but from a state of divine frenzy, where the boundaries between self and the divine are blurred. Neoplatonic philosophers took this interpretation further, viewing the Thyrsus as a representation of the soul's journey towards enlightenment. This allegorical interpretation underscores the spiritual significance of the Thyrsus, suggesting that enlightenment is achieved through a process that involves both destruction and renewal. By examining these allegorical interpretations, we can appreciate how the Thyrsus has been used to illuminate deeper spiritual and philosophical themes in Greek mythology. The enduring significance of this symbol reinforces its place as a profound emblem in the rich tapestry of Greek thought and culture. Hesiod's Theogony presents an intricate account of how the cosmos came into being from primordial chaos. In this ancient text, we find that Dionysus plays a pivotal role in the Genesis story. Before the world as we know it existed, there was chaos, a formless void that preceded all creation. It is from this primordial state that Dionysus emerges. This staff is not merely a ritualistic prop, it embodies the power to transform and bring structure to the universe. The Thyrsus becomes an extension of Dionysus's power, connecting the divine to the mortal realm. It serves as a reminder that our world is not just a random collection of elements, but an ordered system emerging from primordial chaos. In art, the Thyrsus is frequently depicted adorned with ivy leaves or grapes, signifying its connection to fertility and abundance. Yet, it also carries a serpent or bull's head at the top, hinting at its deadly power and wild energy. The Thyrsus represents not just a transition between life stages, but also between worlds. In myth, Dionysus uses the Thyrsus to cross boundaries between realms, entering and exiting worlds as he wishes. This ritual staff symbolizes the ability to navigate liminal states, threshold moments where one is neither here nor there, in a state of transition and flux. For instance, the myth of Dionysus's descent into the underworld demonstrates his power to traverse these boundaries using the Thyrsus, embodying the dual role of a sacred guide and a weapon that can overcome obstacles. The Thyrsus, in the context of liminality, serves as a potent symbol of our ability to navigate change and transition, reminding us that transformation is an integral part of existence. During symposia, the Thyrsus was used to toast the gods, especially Dionysus. The act of raising the wand and offering libations was not just a social gesture, but a sacred ritual. Plato's Symposium offers a vivid description of this practice. Socrates himself participates in the libations, raising the Thyrsus in honor of Dionysus and other gods. The ritualistic use of the Thyrsus during symposia underscores its dual nature. It served as both a symbol of religious devotion and a catalyst for social bonding. In classical literature, the Thyrsus is often depicted as a wand adorned with ivy leaves or pine cones, further emphasizing its connection to nature and fertility. The Thyrsus's role in toasting and libations during symposia reinforces the idea that sacred rituals can be a source of both religious reverence and social connection. As we delve deeper into Greek mythology, it becomes clear that symbols like the Thyrsus hold multifaceted meanings that resonate through different aspects of life. In exploring the dual nature of the Thyrsus, we see how ancient Greeks navigated the complexities of religious devotion and social pleasure through their rituals and gatherings. Understanding the Thyrsus, in this context, enriches our appreciation for how ancient cultures integrated spirituality into everyday life, creating a harmonious blend of devotion and joy. Historically, the Thyrsus was often depicted as a staff topped with a pine cone, a symbol of fertility and life, but its power extended beyond mere representation. Archaeological findings suggest that the Thyrsus was also used in initiation ceremonies, where young men would undergo rites of passage to become part of Dionysian cults. These rituals often involved the consumption of wine and other substances that could induce trance-like states, allowing participants to commune with the divine. The Thyrsus, thus, becomes more than just a ritual tool. It is a means to access profound inner experiences and spiritual transformation. The historical and archaeological evidence supports the interpretation that the Thyrsus was indeed used to induce altered states of consciousness, further illustrating its role in ancient Greek spirituality. This understanding enriches our perception of the Thyrsus as a tool for spiritual transformation, one that allowed ancient Greeks to explore the depths of their consciousness and connect with the divine. By exploring these ancient practices, we gain insight into the profound spiritual experiences that could be accessed through the use of the Thyrsus. This ritual wand, topped with a pine cone or fennel stalk, was more than just a symbol of fertility and ecstasy. It was a potent tool in the art of creating chaos and disorder on the battlefield. Dionysian followers would charge into battle, waving their Thyrsi wildly and screaming in ecstasy. Their unpredictable movements and frenzied cries were designed to disrupt the enemy's formation and morale. This tactic proved highly effective in ancient Greek warfare, where maintaining order and discipline was paramount. Historical accounts describe how the sudden appearance of these frenzied worshippers could turn the tide of battle. For instance, in the Battle of Marathon, a contingent of Dionysian followers was said to have joined the fight, their wild antics playing a decisive role in breaking the Persian lines. Its power to inspire both ecstasy and fear made it a formidable weapon in the arsenal of Greek warfare strategy. Understanding this dual nature deepens our appreciation for the role it played in shaping ancient Greek history and culture. At the heart of this mystical duality lies Orpheus, the legendary musician and poet whose name has become synonymous with enchantment and wisdom. In the Cult of Dionysus, Orpheus plays a pivotal role as both a mythical figure and a symbolic representation of divine harmony. The Thyrsus, adorned with ivy and grapes, is often depicted in Orphic rituals as a symbol of life's vitality and the divine force that sustains it. But the Thyrsus also holds a darker significance within Orphic beliefs. It serves as a reminder of the mortal limitations that bind even the most divine figures. In Orphic artifacts and myths, the Thyrsus is sometimes portrayed as a tool that can both heal and harm, symbolizing the complex interplay between life and death, joy and sorrow. As we delve deeper into this mystical symbolism, we begin to see how the Greeks embraced and explored these dualities as a means of understanding their place in the cosmos. The Thyrsus, with its dual nature, embodies this embrace of dualities, offering us a window into the rich tapestry of ancient Greek beliefs. Ultimately, it serves as a reminder that in life and mythology alike, there is no light without darkness, no joy without sorrow. Initiates would carry the Thyrsus as they journeyed through these sacred rites, which were believed to offer a glimpse into the afterlife. The wanderings symbolized their passage from darkness to light, mirroring the dual nature of life and death. The Thyrsus, therefore, embodied both the potential for sacred initiation and the inherent danger of traversing the realms of life and death. It was a powerful emblem that guided initiates through these rites, helping them understand the complex interplay between existence and non-existence. These initiation rituals were not mere ceremonies, they held deep spiritual significance for the Greeks. By participating in these rites, one was believed to be reborn into a higher form of existence. The Thyrsus, thus, became a symbol of this spiritual rebirth and transformation. In essence, the Thyrsus is more than just a ceremonial staff, it is a testament to the enduring themes of transformation and rebirth that permeate Greek culture and mythology. Initiation rites into the Dionysian cult were elaborate ceremonies designed to signify membership and transition. These rituals often involved the use of the Thyrsus as a symbol of the initiate's new status and connection to Dionysus. In one such ritual, described in ancient texts, the initiate would be presented with a Thyrsus decorated with ivy and pine cones. Upon receiving the Thyrsus, the initiate would undergo a series of trials designed to test their devotion and commitment. These trials could include feats of strength or endurance, often while under the influence of wine, a sacred element in Dionysian worship. Successfully completing these trials would earn the initiate the respect and admiration of their peers, signifying their full acceptance into the cult. The Thyrsus itself embodied the dual nature of Dionysus. It was a sacred symbol of membership and transition, but also a reminder of the divine power and rigors of worship. This duality was not only symbolic, but also practical. The Thyrsus could serve as a weapon in ritual combat or as a staff to guide initiates through their trials. Through these rites, the initiate would come to understand and embrace the complexities and dualities of Dionysian worship. In this way, the Thyrsus served as a tangible link between the initiate and the divine powers of Dionysus. Through these rituals, the Maenads sought to enter a state of divine possession, often referred to as enthusiasm, literally meaning filled with God. The Thyrsus played a crucial role in these ecstatic experiences, serving as both an instrument of ritual and a symbol of their connection to the divine powers of Dionysus. The ecstasy induced by these rituals was not merely a state of mindless frenzy, but a means to transcend the boundaries of conventional behavior. Through dance, music, and intoxication, the Maenads sought a deeper spiritual connection, embracing the wild and untamed aspects of Dionysus's nature. In its presence, the Maenads found both solace and terror, reflecting the complex nature of their god.